All right, Shalom. Call Halayim La Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai Barakatham to the hopefully elect. I'm just back with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. I wanted to speak on a few things that's going on that I didn't really, because I got a bunch of videos queued up on these subjects that I want to speak on. And before I get on with this, I want to say Slakia, because you might hear me moving around, and you might hear to my voice a little bit, but I'm in a lot of pain, so I'm trying to fight through the pain and whatnot. Dealing with some bodily ailments right now, so Slakia, if I sound a little off, but nevertheless, like I said, I wanted to touch on a few things that's going on that I just didn't really have the time to really take some time out to get into separately. So like I said, through the spirit, hopefully this is edifying, because like I said, I'm gonna kind of be a little bit all over the place, but like I said, just wanted to point out a few things, man, because, and this is why I got a few precepts lined up here, but I'm going to go ahead and start off with this in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 9, or Slakia, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 6, it says, "Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober." All right? Because, like it says in Romans 13 and 11, man, knowing that we are in what does it say? Romans 13:11. Basically, you just going into how this is not the time to be sleeping around, man. This is not the time to be jerking off. This is not the time to be not playing around, man, because this is high time. And being that with everything that's going on, man, we're in the times that Yahushua is going to make his second coming. So you see, man, with everything that's going on, the signs that Yahweh Shai is showing us are because we don't know the exact date nor time that our Lord is going to, come and make his grand entrance. But nevertheless, he did give us, little insiders to let us know that, hey, when you see these things going on, know that this is the time, that, hey, man, I'm going to make my second coming. All right. And again, we are in those times. So this is why it's important, man. Now is not the time to be not paying attention, man. And this is not the time to be slacking off. Because again, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 6, it says, "Therefore let us not sleep as do others." Because as far as these other people, man, they're for the most part clueless to what's going on. They have no idea. These people have no idea what's going on, worldwide events, and as far as prophecy, like over there in the Middle East. Now, because you do got some people for the most part, some people for the most part, they know what the intentions going on out there, but a lot of people don't even know that's prophecy, man. A lot of people don't even know that World War III it's prophetic. All right, people don't know that, or a lot of people don't know that. All right, because people are in that spirit of we got to pray for those Palestinians. We got to pray for those 1948ers, man. We got to pray for world peace, and we got to pray, right? When because we do got to pray, but nevertheless, man, hey, we're praying that all hell breaks loose, and we're praying that one thing leads to another. And this turns into an all-out war. All right. Now, what I wanted to touch on real quick, dealing with that, because supposedly they just finally came to some type of a ceasefire agreement or whatever. Where they both sides agreed to that they were going to cease fire. And that's just something to be on the lookout for, because one thing, man, dealing with those nations over there, man, they've been going back and forth for the longest. All right, and they've always had, whenever they threw these blows at one another, eventually they had plenty of countless times to where they came to the ceasefire. All right, but what happened? One thing led to another, and then they started throwing blows again. All right, and this guy Benjamin Netanyahu, he was basically talking about how he don't want no ceasefire until he basically accomplishes certain objectives and stuff like that, because they consider the Hamas, they consider them what do you call it, an extremist, if I'm not mistaken, if that's what they said, or terrorists. They consider them terrorists. All right, and basically, man, they want those 1948ers, man, they want to wipe them all out. All right, and not only that, they decided to. They both sides agreed to a ceasefire, but you just had Hamas basically launch more rockets and stuff. All right, so basically, because they got the last lick, so to say, and those 1948ers, man, they, like I said, because they're talking hella profit right now. They're hella cocky right now, boastful right now, because basically, man, like I said, this guy Benjamin Netanyahu, he said, man, that, hey, man, they're gonna keep doing this until basically they get what they want. And like I said, Hamas, they basically got the last lick. All right, so we can, because I was watching a few videos dealing with this ceasefire, and a lot of people were saying, man, that, hey, man, this probably is not gonna last long. It's not really gonna do anything, because like I just said, there's always they've been going back and forth for the longest. All right, and things will settle down. They would get to see, they would come to a ceasefire, whatever the case may be, and then things will pick right back up a couple of years later. This has been going on for the longest, so pretty much people aren't really falling for the whole ceasefire thing. All right, and hey, man, just be on your watch dealing with that. All right, because when I first saw this, I was like, damn, because like I said, while everyone else is praying for peace, when the scriptures clearly tell you that Yahushua, he's not coming to send peace. All right, he's coming to send a sword. He's coming to send division, destruction. All right, because we're in the time of war. We're not in the time of peace. All right, so there's no peace is coming to the wicked. No peace is coming to this place. So again, while everyone is praying for peace, all right, we're praying that, hey, things continue to escalate. So my first initial reaction when I first saw this, I was like, man, you mother effers, man, But nevertheless, again, because hey, it's believed that a lot of people believe that, hey, this ain't gonna last long, and some people went as far as to think that those 1948ers, man, they might, they could very well say, the hell with that, man, and do something anyways. Some people believe that those 1948ers will say the hell with the ceasefire, and they might do something anyways, regardless. Because like I said, Hamas, they got the last lick. All right, and this guy, like I keep saying, Benjamin Netanyahu, he keeps vowing that he's gonna retaliate and whatnot. All right, so pay attention to that, man. All right, because again, a lot of people don't even know that World War III, man, that's prophesied. And again, that's one of the things we ought to be on the lookout for. We ought to be on our watch. All right, things like this with the tension over there in the Middle East, and everything else that's been going on with the situations dealing with Russia and Ukraine, China and Taiwan. Australia is going back and forth with it with China now. All right. So with all this conflict, these are the things we ought to be looking out for. This is a part of staying on our watch. Because again, eventually one thing will lead to another, and eventually there will be a war's war. All right. So that's why I said here, man. It said, "Wherefore let us not sleep, as do others." Because again, these people, man, they saw a lot of people, a lot of Jake don't even know that there's there's been this back and forth going on. A lot of Jake doesn't even know that there's been tension over there in the Middle East. A lot of Jake is not even aware of these things, as well as other prophetic events and stuff like that, man. Because Jake, their mind is focused on other stupid shit, man. All right, because Jake's not, they're lost in the sauce. They're too far gone. They're lost in the Babylon juice. And those are going to be the same ones that, hey, man, they're going to get caught up in there. But nevertheless, as far as us, when you read on, it says, "But let us watch and be sober." All right, so constantly stay on your watch, man. And another thing I wanted to touch on, what was it? Dealing with Black Lives Matter. All right, because again, with what's going on with this tension, there's actually and this is something that's going on worldwide and even here in America. All right, people are basically picking sides. There's been not protests, but what do you call it? Because basically people are they're picking sides. You got people that are pro Israel and pro Palestine. All right, and some little skirmishes are erupting here and there, like out there in New York. Because like I said, this is something that's going on worldwide, and even here in America. All right, and up there in New York, man, people there's little skirmishes going on. Little back and forth, little small little scuffles. Police happen to come in and break things up or whatnot. All right, but because you just had this chick Kamala Harris come out, how basically, man, talking about how America is going to stand for Israel. All right, which that's prophetic because Jeremiah 49:20, if I'm not mistaken, where it talks about how the least of the flock drawing them out. All right, because again, it's prophetic that Israel is going to bring America. Israel is going to draw America into this war's war. All right. So when it talks about the least of the flock, it's talking about Israel. All right, because Israel, man, is basically causing all this ruckus. All right, all these issues, man. All right, and because you got a lot of people, they're getting tired of those Israelis, man. They're getting tired of those 1948ers. All right. But nevertheless, you got people that are pro-Israel and you got people that are pro-Palestine. And little skirmishes are starting to pop off here and there, even here in the States. And you got this group, Black Lives Matter, all right? They just came out with how they are they're pro-Palestine. All right? And like I said, because Kamala Harris, all right? She just came out with how she's how America is going, they're going to back Israel. All right, because another thing that's prophetic, all right, is the division. The scriptures talk about the Egyptian against Egyptian. All right, so that's prophetic. All right, dealing with the division, people, and that's just one of many, because you got a lot of division going on in America right now, like with the whole mask. All right. That's causing a lot of divisions, because here it is. They're starting to do away with the mask mandates, but you still got local businesses and stuff that are saying that they're still going to stick with the mask mandates. You got people walking around, man, and you got half people, just the average citizen, half of the group is wearing masks and the other half they're not wearing masks. So this is this is just one of those things, man. There's just more division that's being set. All right, because this place is truly a place of confusion, man. Babylon is this place is truly a confused land. All right, Babal, you know. But dealing with this whole thing with Black Lives Matter, all right, because again, they just came out how they're with they're pro-Palestine, you know, because for these simple Jakes, man, that think that that Jake thinks that, you know, with this whole Black Lives Matter, which by now it's not, it's obvious that you know, they were set up, man. All right, they're getting paid, they're paid off by Esau, you know. I mean, this is no secret now, you know. Black Lives Matter is nothing but a tool that Esau has set up and he's using. And this is why it's behooved of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to, you know, not partake in that. Stay away from that stuff. All right? You know, because, again, when you read 2 Corinthians 2:11, not being ignorant of Satan's devices, all right? Because, again, that's just another one of Satan's devices, man. Because, again, it's no secret that Black Lives Matter, they're funded by Esau. All right? So that's definitely something to, you know, be on the lookout for, man. All right? Pay attention. All right? You know, and see how that pans out, man. See how things pan out with that. You know, because I thought that was rather interesting. You know, because again, you know, Jake, man, they here it is. This whole Black Lives Matter is set up, hence the name Black Lives Matter. All right, but what have they done for you, so-called blacks? What have they done for you, Jakes? Absolutely nothing. In fact, it just came out that one of the owners or co-founders of this Black Lives Matter movement, basically, man, how she's buying houses and shit, you know, $1 million houses or some shit like that, man. You know, you have one of the families, one of the families of the, you know, the Jakes that got shot by these cops come out about how she basically came out about how basically, man, this whole Black Lives Matter, man, it's fraudulent, man. It's fake, it's phony. You know, here it is, you know, these people, they're buying houses and shit, all right, because they don't care about you people, man. It's not, like I said, it's nothing but another tool set up for you. You know, it's nothing but another tool used by Satan, all right. You know, because one thing, man, we're not black. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we're not black, man. That's why we say so-called black, so-called African American, so-called Puerto Rican, so-called Haitian, so on and so forth. All right, because we're not black, man. We're Israelites. We're Hebrew Israelites. All right, but nevertheless, man. Again, you know, this is another one of those things, man, to point out. You know, to be on the lookout for, man. See how this tool of Satan, you know, how Esau is going to spin the wand on this one, all right, with Black Lives Matter coming out saying that they're pro-Palestine, all right, you know, and that's just, you know, for the most part, going to add more fuel to this division that's being set against American, you know, Egyptian against Egyptian. See how that pans out. So that's a little something that's in the news. But also as well, man, because I think it's on May 26th, man. You got another what was it, like a super moon or a full blood moon or something to that effect. That's going to take place on Monday, or not Monday, on the 26th, May 26th. All right, and dealing with a few precepts on that, because I got this here in Acts 2:19. It says, "And I will show wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke." All right, because again, you know, dealing with the different blood moons and, you know, stuff like that, which the moon, you know, is set up for, you know, signs and seasons and stuff like that, you know. So that's one of those things to, you know, when you hear about these different blood moons and these full moons and stuff like that, man. All right, you know, that's one of those things, man. Yahweh Shemel Shai, a sign from the heavens, you know, a sign in the heavens from Yahweh Shemel Shai. Because again, that's supposed to take place on the 26th, if I'm not mistaken, May 26th. All right. But not only that, man, because I mean, there's so much going on right now. Like I said, I didn't have enough time to really, you know, compile videos and stuff like that, do commentaries and stuff like that. So like I said, I just wanted to do this quick video, man, just touching on a few of these things, because not only that, man, like with this, what do you call it, the earthquake, not the earthquake, well, there are earthquakes going on around, too many to keep count of, but this volcano that erupted out there, I think it was Italy, all right, so Yahweh Shem Shah, man, he's showing these different signs, man. Here it is, one part of the earth, man, or one part of America, all right, you got mega droughts, all right, farmers not, you got some of these farmers, man, they're coming out about how, they're in fear of these mega droughts, all right, but in other places, you're having floods, flash floods and stuff, man. People are being state of emergencies, all right, because of flash floods, all right, in a few states, man. So a few places, man, they're underwater. Just to show you the wonder and the power of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Because again, here it is in one part of America, man. You got mega droughts, and then on the other part, you got mega floods, man. So you see, man, because hey, man, this is the power of Yahweh Shem Shai. And again, this is how the Lord is visiting the earth, man. This is how he's visiting this place. And nevertheless, these are the signs, man. This is the whole point of this video is to again just shed some light on a few of these signs, man, that we ought to be on our watch. We ought to be on the lookout for. All right, because again, touching on this I think it was what was it, man, a blood moon or super blood moon, or however they titled it or whatever, but that's supposed to take place May 26th. Again, the mega droughts and the flash flooding, and that's not even including not too long ago. I mean, you had tornadoes ripping through some of the southern states. All right, you had a few tornadoes rip through a few places, man, not too long ago. So that there's all type of signs going on right now, and again, this is how Yahweh Shem Shai, he's making his presence felt. All right, he's shaking this place because this place is getting ripened. All right, Yahweh Shem Shai is ripening this place. All right, preparing it for his grand entrance, man. Luke 12 and what was that, 49? Luke 12 and 49. All right, because when Yahweh Shai shows up, hey, he's coming to bring fire, but this place is already going to be up in flames, man. This place is already going to be, all hell is already going to be breaking loose. And again, because often say how the spark is being lit, man. Yahweh Shem Shai, he's lighting the fire, man. He's kindling the fire. All right. But I'm gonna get this here. I'm gonna read this in Nahum chapter 1, starting at verse 2. It says, God is jealous, and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revengeth, and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. So you see, because one thing, man, especially, man, if you're in the right spirit, man, and you see what's going on, and you just, because sometimes you just ask the question, well, like, man, how do these wicked niggas get, because, and this is why the scriptures say, envy not the wicked, roughly paraphrasing, all right, because here it is, man, these people, man, they're wicked as all hell, but here it is, man, they're living lavishly, all right. They're just living it up, man. But nevertheless, because hey, they don't know that they're being preserved, man. Yahweh Shem Shai is reserving wrath for these people. See, that's the thing. All right, the Lord is allowing them these people to basically rack up on wickedness. He's letting their iniquities pile up, so that when he brings the destruction, all right, it's going to be justified. All right, so this is why he's reserving wrath for his enemies. All right, because believe it or not, 2/3 of our people, they're enemies to Yahweh Shem Shai right now, and they're enemies to us. Like King David said, all right, he hates dealing with the enemies of Yahweh Shem Shai. He hates them with a perfect hatred. So you see, because hey, if they're enemy to Yahweh Shem Shai, our mindset should be, hey, they're enemy to us. So even with 2/3 of our people right now, they're enemy. They're a part of that enemy structure. All right, they're part of the problem. The Lord's going to deal with them. He has a bone to pick with them, and he's going to deal with them as well. All right? And this is what the Lord's getting ready to do, man. He's getting ready to pour out his vengeance upon all his adversaries. Because like I said, this place is getting ripened for judgment. All right? This place is getting ripened. It's getting set up. And all these people, man, they're getting set up for the kill, and they don't even know it. That's why, First Thessalonians, man, 5 and 6. All right, you know. Matter of fact, because I keep saying, let me see what verse 9 says. I keep just real quick. First Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 9. Matter of fact, let me just I'm gonna read verse 6 and I'll read on down. It says, "Therefore, let us not sleep as do others. Let us watch and be sober, because, like I was saying, man, now's the time. This is the time to be more on fire than ever before. All right, this is the time to be on fire for Yahweh Shemel Shah, because look what's with what's going on. All right, again, these are the signs Yahweh Shemel Shah has left for us to let us know that, hey, man, this is the time that I'm going to make my second coming. Get yourselves ready. Prepare yourselves. All right, because we don't want to get caught slipping like these other fools, these other buffoons out here. All right. When you read on, it says, "For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day," because like the scriptures equate us to being the children of light. All right. It says, "But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation." All right. It says, "For God have not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach." All right. So yeah, man. All right. Again, this is time. Hey, spiritually, like I said, because we're at war. And spiritually, man, we ought to be putting on our breastplate, our helmet, getting our sword ready, man, gearing up, man, because it's wartime. And we're coming into those times, man. Been basically talking about how, hey, man, we're in the trial stages. We're trying out, man. Lord's will, we be of the elect. All right, because we know that, hey, man, the elect, man, they're gonna be preserved. All right, and this is who salvation is obtained for. This is who salvation is for. So this is why we do what we do. Work out our salvation, man, with fear and trembling. All right, so we don't get condemned with this world, man. But nevertheless, this is who salvation is for. It's for the elect. All right, because the elect, man, they're going to do what it is that they're supposed to do to the best of their abilities. All right, that's what the elect are going to do. And that's who this message is for, the elect. All right, only the elect, man, they're going to stay on their watch, man. They're going to be sober. They're going to keep their head on the swivel, man, and pay attention to what's going on concerning prophecy. All right, only the elect are going to do these things, man. Everyone else, man, they're asleep. They're done for. All right, because like I said, man, they're part of the problem. I'm talking about the 2/3 of our people. They're a part of the problem. So the hell with them. All right. But because, hey, man, if if you pray for anyone, man, you should be praying for, outside of yourself and your family, your loved ones, man. You really should be praying for the elect. All right. Don't waste your time praying for these 2/3, man. All right. But I'm gonna get this last one. These last precepts, starting in Luke 21 and 29, it says, "And he spake to them in parable, and he spake to them a parable. Behold, the fig tree and all the trees, when they now shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves that summer is now nigh at hand. So likewise ye, when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of the Most High is nigh at hand." All right, and we're in that time where, amen, the signs are there. All right, just like when the different seasons come around, man. Hey, man, when things start getting cold and things start getting chilly, man, and things start to die off, you're coming into winter. All right, but when things start to spring forth and animals come out of hibernation, so on and so forth, it's a time of spring. All right, so on and so forth. All right. So that, that's basically, again, because we're in those times where, hey, man, the Lord is showing us these signs to let us know that, hey, the kingdom is here, man. All right. This is why it's now high time to wake out of sleep, because the kingdom of heaven is here, man. All right. Yahushua, he's coming. So again, Lord's will, hey, things don't ease up. Lord's will, things continue to intensify. All right, all hell, breaks loose, man. That's what we're praying for. All hell to break loose, man. Let World War III break out, man. Let all hell break loose over here in America. Because again, one thing will lead to another. All right, you know, however it's going to pan out, one way or the other, we know that, hey, man, all hell is going to break loose out here in America, in these streets of America. What's going on in Colombia? What's going on in Myanmar? What's going on in Israel with the, Palestinians and whatnot, man? They're on the brink of civil war. All right, and like I said, going back to what I said, dealing with that, man. Hey, pay attention to that, because like I said, dealing with this ceasefire. All right, a lot of people expect something to happen anyways. A lot of people expect, those 1948ers to do something, man. And it's just funny because people are getting tired of those 1948ers. All right, people are getting tired of them. That's why I said the least. That's why it said the least of the flock shall draw them out. The least of the flock, talking about Israel. That little landmass over there. When you look on the land map, all right, that little nation is causing all this ruckus and all this commotion, man. All right, they're causing those 1948ers. They cause so much problems, and people are getting tired of them. All right, because they're the ones that started this whole with the whole tensions and whatnot. All right, they're those 1948ers. They're the ones that started all this. All right, and they're trying to play the victim. All right, but let me not speak too much on that. But nevertheless, man, what's going on over there? Because like I said, they're on the brink of civil war, and I was making the point to say that all that stuff is coming here, man. All right, because like I said, this is I might just do a separate video on this because, hey, man, what's going on over there, man? Those people are living in fear, waking up to rockets hitting hitting nearby and stuff, man. Those people are living in fear, man. Children are being separated from their parents and stuff like that, man. And then you got people over here crying, all lives matter, But nevertheless, like I said, hey, that stuff is coming over here, so you ain't gotta worry about what's going on over there, cause it's coming here soon. That's the point. All right. Soon, man. Hey, man, you're gonna be in the middle of sleeping and to be rudely woken up by rockets, gunfire, tanks, shootouts, all type of stuff is gonna be going on over here. But nevertheless, all right. Hey. It has to be this way because again, before we get the kingdom, all hell has to break loose over here. That's just how it has to pan out. All right. So reading this again in Luke 21 and 31, it says, "So likewise ye, when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of the Most High is nigh at hand." All right. So again, man, hey, these things have to happen. All right. And again, if you're a spiritual individual, man, you see these things, man, and you can see that, hey, man, the Lord's getting ready to, hey, he's coming. The Lord's right around the corner. You see these things. Here it is. They're talking about the passes for the things. All right, the thingy things. All right, they want to, they're talking about how they want to, start proposing those, proposing the idea of these passes, all right, which that's going to lead to Revelation 13 16 and 17. All right, so you see, it's just, one thing is going to lead to another, man. It's just going to be the domino effect of things, man. One thing is going to lead to another, and that's what we're banking on. That's what we're hoping in. All right, so let these things, let it come to pass. Don't be in the spirit of, being afraid and, oh man, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. No, man, this is where our faith is gonna have to kick in. Because yeah, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, Esau's about to make our lives a living hell more than what he already has. All right, but nevertheless, hey, this is where our faith is gonna have to kick in, man. Because what's going on? Because I mentioned how they're doing away with the what do you call it, the mask mandates. All right. The face mask things, all right, but you still, because certain places are opening back up, all right, and again, because Jake, man, they don't know what's going on. Jake think that things are opening back up. I ain't gotta wear the stupid mask anymore, all right, so on and so forth. But hey, nevertheless, hey, because this is what they've been doing since this whole pandemic started. They, take away your freedoms and, dangle your freedoms in front of you, then, take them away again and then dangle them back in front of you. So you see, man, they're playing on the minds of you people. And you see, because these people are too dumb to know, for the most part, because like I said, you do got people out there that, hey, they know the government is full of shit right now. They know that the government's playing with them. But as a mass majority, man, especially Jake, all right, they have no idea, man. They're just going with the flow because they're not spiritual. So you see, man, these people, they don't know what's going on. But nevertheless, hey, man, we're paying attention to these signs, man, and we're staying on our watch. All right, and that's what we're supposed to do, man. Stay on our watch. Stay on your watch. Keep, pay attention to prophecy, man. Pay attention to what's going on, the concurring events, so on and so forth. So that day doesn't catch you as a thief as a knife, a thief in the night, like how these people, man, they're about to be blown away. They're about to be taken by the flood. All right. But yeah, I don't want to ramble too much, man, because I mean, there's just so much going on, man. It's like I say often, man. It really is hard to keep up with everything that's going on, and it's a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful thing. All right, because hey, the Lord said He would speed the days up for the sake of the elect, man. For the elect's sake, He would speed these days up. So there's so much going on, man. It's hard to keep up with it all. All right, and the scriptures also say that the work is plenteous. All right, there's a lot of work, man, but the very few laborers to do it. So, we can only do but so much. All right. But nevertheless, man, I just wanted to, take some time out and speak on a few things that's going on, to be on the lookout for, because this, going back to this ceasefire. All right. This was supposed to be in effect, 3 a.m. On Friday, which I think if I'm not mistaken, that might already be in effect, because of course, being that we're in a different time zone, it might already be around that time over there in the Middle East. It might already be around that time. So because this ceasefire is supposed to take place 3 a.m. their time. All right, so we'll see, man. See how this pans out, man. But nevertheless, man, just wanted to shed a few light on a few of these things, man. Hopefully, it didn't ramble on too much. But with that, man, I'm going to give all credit to Yahweh Shem Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Lord's will, I say shalom.